Are you ready for the Low Blows Network?
Ladies, gentlemen, gentle people, anyone trying to get in the door of the studio as I try and record this, as you can hear. Pardon the interruption, but welcome to episode... What a start. Welcome to episode 6 of the Couch Pundit podcast. I'm your host, for legal reasons. You'll have to continue calling me Keego, and we are coming to you live via tape delay from beautiful Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, the Garden of Ireland, the Beverly Hills of the East Coast, as no one has said ever in the past. But yes, welcome wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you are, whenever you are, however you are, whatever piece of the space and time continuum that you currently occupy. Welcome to episode 6. And what's been going on? I came into last week thinking I liked people. So I'm scratching my eyes there. I came into last week thinking that I enjoyed being around other humans, and that deep down we were all relatively normal, happy people. And then the air show was on in Bray. Just having a sip of my what is this? Lavazza roasted coffee. Not bad. If you could smell it now, you'd love it. Lavazza, a smooth brew. Yeah, that's not an ad, so buy other coffees. But but yeah, it's a tasty brew. What were we talking about? Yeah, but it turns out that I love people from a distance. I don't love many people, but I like people from a distance. So like maybe half a mile. You know, I kind of like people. Once you get closer within half a mile, once you get it within 10 metres, you're in hearing distance of people. And that's when it can go horribly wrong. Because you find out pretty quickly that people are just idiots, really. And look, myself included. So it's not like I'm saying everybody else is an idiot. I'm just saying everyone is an idiot. And so yeah, the air show was on. Thought I'd have a wander down. See, the story is the planes. Although, look, here's the thing, and we need to be honest with ourselves, right? Because the Red Bull diving thing was in Dunleary recently as well, where they put divers like 100 feet in the air and they have to jump into the freezing water. That all of us have pissed in as we were growing up. But there you go. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call it like it is, right? The reason we're going to these things is because we have a morbid fascination of things going wrong. So, at the diving thing, now I didn't stay for all of them. I watched a couple of them, and they're very impressive, really. It's otherworldly athletes and all that, blah blah blah. But what I wanted to see was something go wrong, somebody to misjudge the wind and belly flop like this from 100 feet up, and I wanted to see what a human body would do when they belly flopped from that distance. Because I was always told growing up, if you belly flop from too high, everything explodes. From front to back, top to bottom. So do we have any scientists out there who can tell me what actually happens? Because I belly flopped from 3 metres. That wasn't enjoyable. I looked very sunburnt on my front body, the front of my body, my front body, because that's what hit the water first. So, you know, that's what we do, and the air show, I think deep down we have to admit, is something similar, right? Because no one outside of people who like planes. So what's that? If there was 10,000 people on the seafront, 15 of them are those kind of fellas who go, oh look, an A330, oh, or whatever, you know. Oh, plane with 4 wings, oh God, don't look at me, Sheila. Don't look at me when I'm this aroused, you know. Outside of those 15 people, all of us are there watching it to see something bad happen. Would that be fair? Let's be honest. We want to see them do the big loop-de-loop-de-loop, and then they're flying towards each other, and it's like, whoa. And we want to see the decision of, Phil, this is John. Are you turning left today, or am I turning left? John, this is Phil. I can't remember. Phil, we're getting very close now. John, oh, I don't know. And then we just want to see what happens. Look, I might be being morbid. I haven't had enough coffee today, but I think we just want to see things go wrong in life and at air shows and at diving competitions. But yeah, that's just a thought of the day. Why do we want things to go wrong for other people? Speaking of things going wrong, the world is going wrong because people are watching Love Island. If you watch Love Island, you're demented and you need help. You're a banana in a world of forks. You're not working at your optimum. You're not normal. You're not happy. You will be damaged by this program. You will be damaged by Love Island. By watching these people act like whatever they act. You will be damaged by it. Anyone in your vicinity will be damaged. They will think that it is okay. I know you say, no, I'm watching it because it's funny and I find it funny. But then you find yourself talking about it when it's not on. That means you're demented and you have a problem. That's like if someone's addicted to having a wank on a train, right? And then they're not on a train thinking about having a wank on a train. That means they have a problem. If you pardon the analogy. That's not based on my own personal life, actually. The fact that I'm banned from darts, that's the mode of transport, not the game, is a completely coincidental fact of this story. But yes, Love Island is killing you. And I don't know much about it. And that's not me trying to back up my own point. I genuinely don't. I was over at a mate's house last night and they were talking about it. And these are grown people. These are old people like me. Right? Who should know better. The only reason I heard about Love Island more than kind of just the headlines was there's an Irish Sevens rugby player in there now, apparently. I haven't seen what they do. But like, here's a couple of headlines when you put in hashtag Love Island, right? And this is going to show you. Okay, so hang on. Let's start from the. I'm not changing any of these, right? Paul, will you tune into the final of Love Island? Okay, that doesn't matter. Ireland 7-star Greg O'Shea enters Love Island Villa. Right, we're okay so far. You're going to watch it, and there's an Ireland guy in it. Great. And then we move back to just ITV to offer Love Island contestants a minimum of 8 therapy sessions following the new series. Now, that's all well and good for the people on the series. They get the therapy. You don't. You don't. Your therapy is to continue talking about it until the next series starts. People have died after being on that show. I don't know how they died. Oh, hang on, let's have a look. I don't know who that guy is. I won't make any comments about him because he's dead. But let's see what happened. If you pardon the cheerful music while we're talking about death. How did he die? Right. He was 32. Oh wait. Sophie. There was a woman called Sophie. She was 32. She committed suicide. It doesn't say what happened to the other fella. Found dead, right? Doesn't say why. Doesn't matter. They're both on this show. This show is killing people. And you gleefully, with your reality television horns on you, just drink it up. It's... okay, we're going to start throwing grenades at people here. Hang on, let me just get more coffee. It is coffee, I promise. Even though every other podcast has been an alcoholic drink, this is coffee. This show is killing people who are on the show. Do you get me? And you continue to watch it. You continue to sit there, probably in your pajamas, eating pizza, judging people on telly acting like morons. The only reason they're on telly is because they're morons. Television is not supposed to be about us watching stupid people. Television is supposed to be about us enjoying it. Like, I'm going to show me age here, but no one got offended by it. Gladiators, bit of crack. A-Team, bit of crack. Wrestling, bit of crack. Then you grow up and you watch sport and you watch CSI, which is mostly semen-based crimes, which is fine. Not really. You know what I'm saying. It's a joke about the blue light. They never looked at the ceiling. But it's all entertainment where it's not real people. It's a show. That's what television is. And then we got into Big Brother. And the first series of Big Brother, which I watched, it was just normal people and it was boring. And then people started playing up to the camera. Then young people would watch that and go, I act like that, I get on telly. And that's what's been happening. I act like, I get me face filled with plastic. Like, I saw a before and after picture of one of the Kardashians. It could have been any of them. They're all the same. They all look exactly the same. Although there is one taller one. You know, the one who everyone thinks is OJ's daughter. Anyway, it's not fair to slag people off who are such easy targets. But yes, who's the young one who's a billionaire? Fair play to her, billionaire. But look, there was a before and after picture of her, and she looks ridiculous. Kids are watching this getting lip fillers. People, young kids are getting lip fillers. I was down the road at the Royal Marine Hotel here, dropping in for an old pint. Everyone has fake lips. The world has gone bananas. If you're watching Love Island, for example, and you see, now I'm just looking at the random pictures of contestants here, right? There's a huge amount of them who are Botox to death, have their eyebrows done, big messy lips on them. And like whatever, most of the time, and it's mostly women, but a lot of fellas do it too. But the funny thing about the fellas getting the all lips done, they're mostly in the fitness industry. They're mostly these influencers who are trying to sell, like, get fit with me. Look at me, I'm great. And they're all off their balls on gear and have their lips done and stuff like that. It's hilarious. But kids are easily affected by this. They see these gobshites on Instagram with 1 billion people following them. And they go, that's how I do it. All I do is I look like that. I don't really have any substance. I don't really have anything to stand up on or anything to do. I'll go on this show. I'll be really famous for a week. And again, I'm not saying an actual week. Let's say it's a year, but in a lifetime, a year is nothing. I'll make my money. I'll spend it. And then I'll have to go back to working in a feckin' shop. Or I may be unemployable afterwards because I was not caught, but I was happy to ride someone on telly. I can't go back to selling mattresses now. Guys, you're ruining yourselves. I'm ruining myself with other things. But you're ruining yourselves with Love Island. You have to stop. It's killing you. You watch Love Island, right? And you see the yolks with their plastic faces and you go, whew, I'm feeling a bit fat today. You know? And it's mostly women because women have a tougher life in general than men. We know this. But like, before we get into that, when women talk about like, Barbie was my role model, you know, Pamela Anderson, unreal beauty expectation or whatever, go Google He-Man, go Google Batman, go Google Hulk Hogan. Those were my role models growing up. And yeah, maybe I could have picked better role models, but I'm alright now. Whereas if a woman picks a Kardashian, there's a new one every 3 weeks just sprouting from an egg somewhere. Born in a swamp, and they create them in a lab. You know what I mean? You women need to realise that it's not... even though you know that they're all fake, you still let it get to you. You still buy these magazines. You still go on these websites. You still do all this stuff when in reality you're beautiful yourself. Everyone could drop a few pounds, a few kilos. That's easy. But you go to Weight Watchers, you go to Slim World, you go to personal trainers. Personal trainer, most of them are crap. There's a few who are really good. That's 3 who are really good. The rest are crap. They make their money keeping you coming back. Sorry, I didn't mean to be getting cranky at you, but we need to stop this. Just in general, we need to stop watching Love Island. I remember, what was the one on MTV? Geordie Shore. And you kind of go, oh my God, this is ridiculous. There are people watching it, and that's how they get famous. No one's watching. Here's the example, right? And especially the woman example. And okay, we're going to use Katie Taylor. Not every woman wants to be a boxer, but you get my point. They're not looking at Katie Taylor and going, if I work hard, I can be the best in the world, even if it is a man's game. No one's doing that. What they're doing is they're going, look at this, I can go on Love Island, get me lips done, get me head done, get me jabs done, get me arse done. I don't really have to work for this body, I just have to pay for it. You know? That's what they do. But the people who don't go on to Love Island, they go, I need Slim World, I need I'm a fat bitch, help me programs, I need personal training. You don't need any of that. The answer is all in your head. Here's the example, and I'm not looking for a pat in the back. I'm just trying to show you this is the example, right? 2 years ago I was 85 kilos, right? I weighed in this morning after breakfast at 74.9, so 75, right? So there's 9 kilos gone. Now people go, 9 kilos, 9 bags of sugar, that's a lot of weight. It is. I can't do that. Of course you can. If I can do it, anyone can do it. I love Nutella nearly more than I love anything in the world. I love Guinness more than I love Nutella. If you make the excuse, you will be the excuse. So here's what I did, and take it away and think about what you want. I knew that a personal trainer, the ones that I could afford, were going to be shit. And when you win something yourself, it always feels better. So I said, right, I'm doing it myself. What did I do? Here's my normal day, right? Shreddies in the morning. Not the sexiest of breakfast cereals, but if you're eating Frosties or anything with loads of sugar in it, you're already killing yourself. And you know that. You know that already. But I can't give up sugar. I'm addicted to sugar. No, you're not, Petal. You're addicted to the excuse. We need to look at ourselves. That's why there's either the nipped and tucked brigade or the obese brigade. Don't say obese. Fat. I'm not fat shaming anyone. It is what it is. Like, no one should be, unless the medical thing that's completely different, blah, blah, blah. We all know that. We're all grown-ups. That's not what I'm talking about. But people will have missed that bit. So, yeah. The answer's already in you. You know when you're eating too much, when you're drinking too much, when you're eating too much sugar, when you're not drinking enough water. You already know that when you're eating chips every day. When you're eating chips twice a week, you know when you're eating too much. So how about we make this deal, right? This week, we're all going to feel better. We're going to turn Love Island off. I know it's finishing this weekend, apparently. Or this week. Don't even watch the finale. If you watch it, they're going to come back. If they come back, you're going to feel rotten about yourself. Don't watch it, right? Get out and go for a walk. Start with a walk. If you don't want to run, go for a walk. 30 minutes, throw a podcast on, throw Case File on, throw the Couch Pundit on, and go for a walk, right? 30 minutes, decent clip. Download MyFitnessPal and take note of everything you eat for 1 week. Don't change anything yet. Just take note of it. And then look back on it and you'll see the amount of shite you've been eating. And then next week, you'll go, oh, I don't want to be eating that much. Or I don't want to be eating that much rubbish. Let's find a way to eat better. And then once you start doing that, you'll feel better. You'll be avoiding television. I don't watch telly anymore. That's not me being a fucking monk. I watch Netflix and Pornhub. Other streaming porn sites are available. ricknash.com, that's a pretty bad one. The college years, as it's known. But yeah, look, we are the architects of our own demise here. If we keep going through watching Love Island and taking notice of Kardashians and all these kind of people, if we keep doing that, we're going to be ruined. Find yourself a decent personal trainer if you want to go to a personal trainer. But nothing beats you getting out there and having a walk, having a run. Get a skipping rope if you don't want to go outside. Oh, I can't skip. I just can't skip. Pedal. You're a whore for an excuse. Of course you can skip. It starts off doing one at a time, becomes 2, then it becomes 100, then it becomes 20 minutes without stopping. It's like anything. You are what you are based on the work you've put in so far. I'm not talking about your health. I'm talking about, like, if you're working in a bank, you didn't start off in the position you're in now. All the porn stars didn't start off doing double. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? They worked their way up to it. They probably looked at it the first time and said, Jesus, I can't be doing that. I have parents. Or maybe they don't have parents, and that's the cliche. But they worked their way up to it. That's what I'm saying. That could be you. You get what I'm saying, right? You are more powerful than you think. Love Island is horrific. Love Island is killing the contestants. What do you think it's doing to you? Take ownership of yourself before something else does. So until next week.